Hi, it's Amanda with Always in Love. We're here with our second part of our buddy read. We're doing chapters 5 through 8 of Protecting Shaylee by Elle Christensen. And let's just jump right into discussing it. Beware, there might be spoilers.
There might be some spoilers in this.
Probably. So,
Yeah.
if you haven't read it, either read along with us or stop watching now and pick it up again when you do read it. The links are going to be in the description down there, so go ahead and pick it up. So in this section, the last one we cut off just when she found out that she was half fairy, half human. Um, so you start up, and it's kind of like immediately right after that. Like you're kind of lost with her, and it's kind of a cool feeling. Like you don't really know what's going on, but you're still really intrigued, and you want to keep reading. Um, how would you feel if all this was just kind of like dumped on you and then you have to run out of the house?
Well, I kind of like her attitude. She's just, I left my phone and he's like, don't worry, we'll get you another one when we cross over. There's just this personality about her. She's a smartass and I like it. And yes, she's 21, but she's kind of like an old soul. And as she's sitting in the car, and they're driving to the hotel and they're driving, I think she goes, are we driving out of the city? And he goes, duh. And so it's just kind of like they have this banter towards each other. And I'm sitting there and I'm feeling what she's frustrated. I'm frustrated because I'm like, what's going to happen next? What's happening next? And then they stop at the hotel room. I'm like, oh, we have to wait. And I like it. It's kind of one, I think I like because we don't really know Aden's role. Yes, he is the protector. And she even asked them, you have to come back to me. So I was kind of hurt for her because she didn't know why he came back. And it's kind of like, everything, they're at the hotel and then they leave. And he even said, he goes, don't you ever feel sluggish when you're in the dark too long? And she goes, we all do that. And he goes like, no, you're getting your energy, you're getting your vitamin D. He's like, no pun intended, you need your sun. And I laugh because I feel the same way. I have to have my sun. I like the sun, and that's her charging or recharging her batteries. Don't you feel that? Do you feel like you can see some similarities?
Yeah, in some of it, it's really so she finds out that she's half Fae and everything, and then she finds out that she has to go to the Fae world and leave her family, leave her mom, her friends, her aunt. They have to leave immediately, and she's just kind of lost in this. And then, as he's telling her a little bit more about, like the light and the sun and the dark, and kind of explaining all these different things, you're just kind of like everything's being thrown at you, and you just feel the same way that she probably does, just kind of lost and confused, trying to make sense of it all. Plus, on top of that, she has this like super attraction going on with Aden, but she's also really mad at him because he left her and then he's leading her on and then running away and leading her, and it's just like this huge fight that they have going back and forth where they keep going the super attraction and then something will happen and then they end it like this one, her immediately learning her powers and not knowing how she did it, but they get hot and steamy and then she uses her powers to dump ice cold water and you like laugh so hard. And that's one of my favorite parts of the book is how you're like you can be reading about all this stuff and learning all this stuff, and then there's these really light funny moments, and they're fighting and bantering. She's like, round one goes to me and round one two goes to him, and it's just really it makes the book even more fun to read than it already was. um,
It is. It is, and I'm repicturing that. And I'm kind of laughing because it's just like he's like, "How did you do that? Were you thinking that?" And she goes, "Well, you needed to cool off." And it was just like, boom, ice water. Don't we wish some men would just that happen instantly? And I like that, and she just has these like she's also her subconscious. She's fighting with it right now, and she's like, I can't have this attraction to him. The whole my Hannah, he's hot, and so they kind of have this thing, and then Aiden is worried because he feels like there is the darkness that's coming in, and I like how they explain that darkness. Well, that was kind of cool how they explained that the Fae don't lie, and like that little white lie, they explain that, and I kind of liked how they explained this whole thing, and it is kind of getting me more and more like I'm warming to this idea of this Fae and then this darkness, and the darkness people that have lied and they've lost their way. And so it's kind of, and Aden has this uneasy feeling that the darkness is following them.
Yeah, and it's really great the way that they kind of explain the dark and the light, and the little white lie, which is not really a white lie at all, because it can ruin someone who's has this pure soul like they have. And I really like the way that they kind of she plays back and forth on the light and the dark, and the need for sunshine or the sticking to the shadows, and how they have to leave before it gets dark outside, to keep moving and stay safe, or like when they get out of the hotel, she has to stay out of the shadows and go to the sun as quickly as possible, and how they both just have like there's a really great scene when they get to the field where he just kind of stops and stands and soaks up the sun, and he just has this like glow about him, and it's just really interesting the way that the lightness is kind of portrayed in this book, and how it's really become more of a literal meaning, and it really makes me interested in kind of wanting to know more about it. And I just can't wait till we get to the next section, because we kind of left off right when she was starting to cross over into this Fae world. So it's going to be interesting in the next section to kind of find out a little bit more about that.
And I think that's what I'm excited. I was like, oh, we have to stop. So the next is 9 through 12, and we're hopefully that she's finally in the, crosses over so we can start knowing. So I'm excited. I can't wait to read tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited for 8 through 12, and we will be back with another video for the next sections tomorrow. Like I said, I hope you pick up the book and start reading along with us. We welcome any comments, any questions, anything that you have about the book, and we would be happy to discuss. Just let us know, and all the information for the book is going to be in the description.
Thanks, guys.